A little different type memory that you may see mentioned on the exam, it's a pretty good bet that you're going to see this, is called SDRAM. Now this is synchronous DRAM. And you're thinking, okay, well, we'll talk about synchronous, but first of all, what is this DRAM? I haven't seen that yet. Well, DRAM is really any kind of RAM that you're using in PCs or laptops now. The D is dynamic, and that has to do with how the data is actually stored in the capacitors within an integrated circuit and so forth. But the bottom line with this is that this data will basically leak away, and so the RAM has to be recharged or refreshed periodically. And so this makes it dynamic as opposed to static memory, okay? But again, when we talk about RAM in our PCs and laptops, we're really talking about DRAM, okay? So that's the D part of that, the dynamic. But what is this synchronous part? Well, the idea with synchronous DRAM was that let's take the memory and let's match it to the system board speed. Now, the system board speed usually means the speed of that front side bus, okay, or the FSB. So if the data in the RAM is refreshed and read at the system speed, then that means it's kind of native and everything matches up and everybody can communicate very quickly and efficiently. Okay, now the memory speed must match the system speed at least. The memory speed could be faster than the system speed, but you didn't get it all right? So let's say that you had a 100 megahertz motherboard, meaning you had a motherboard with a 100 megahertz front side bus, and that meant that you had to have 100 megahertz SDRAM or synchronous DRAM for that, and this was labeled as PC100. Okay, again, memory faster than the motherboard will work, so watch for this on the exam. If you've got a question and you're dealing with synchronous DRAM or SDRAM and you have memory that's faster than the motherboard, all right, say you've got a 100 megahertz motherboard and you've got a stick of 133 SDRAM. Can you use that? The answer is yes. You can stick it in there and it will work. However, you've paid money for faster SDRAM for 133 megahertz, but you're only going to get 100 megahertz performance out of it. Most people don't like this. They don't go for this kind of thing. If they paid for the 133, they want the 133. All right, so this is why a few years back you would walk into your computer store and say, do y'all have PC 100? And they'll say, well, here's PC 133, it'll work. And you didn't realize you were paying a little more for the PC 133, but you're only getting 100 out of it. Okay, watch for that on the exam. That's synchronous DRAM.